Thank you, Mike, for taking this time to talk to SmartLadyDriver.com. Could you tell us your full name, your role here at Carmax, and why you enjoy working here?
Yeah, certainly. First of all, I appreciate the opportunity to speak with you today.
Thanks.
My name is Mike Kisak. I'm a senior buyer here at Carmax in Raleigh. I've been with the company for 15 years.
Wow.
So my job is to actually assist in buying the cars here.
So a large part of why we need this information at SmartLadyDriver.com is because we really rely on our vehicles so heavily to keep the household functioning. All the errands that we run, getting to work on time, it's just so many reasons. So what I'm looking for is some tips on how to best come into the dealership prepared. What are some of the things I should think about and have, answers ready when I hit the sales floor with you?
Of course. I think, probably the first thing is kind of narrow down your choices before you get to the dealership.
Makes sense.
Think about what your needs are, what your budget is, what are you using the vehicle for? Is it a car you use every day? Are you going to put 3 kids in the car every day?
Right.
Is it a car you're just buying for the weekend to have fun?
Okay.
I think the second biggest thing is have a budget in mind before you get to the dealership. Know how much you want to spend. Do a little bit of research. Look at the dealership's inventory before you go.
Okay.
What's the car priced at? Is it realistic to even expect to be able to buy that car within the price range that you're looking to stay in?
Right.
Do some research on, you can always go to like Consumer Reports or look at JD Power. What's the history of that car, quality-wise and repair cost-wise? Think about what you're getting ahead of time.
Okay.
If you're buying certain makes and models of cars, they're expensive to maintain. They do have bigger history of breakdowns.
Right.
So you're going to spend more time in the shop and a little bit more money on maintenance.
And then what are some of the things about Carmax in terms of making shopping and making repairs easier that Smart Lady Driver viewers might want to know about?
Well, I think probably the best thing about Carmax is everything is online.
Wow, that's a big help.
Yeah, so for example, in Raleigh we might have 350 cars physically here, but there's 35,000 cars online and you can shop. But for example, say you saw a car in Charlotte. You could see that car online. You could actually initiate a free transfer in that vehicle from your home.
Free transfer?
Yep.
Outstanding.
Somebody will let you know when the car gets here, and you come in and look at it, test drive the car, hopefully purchase the car.
Right.
You can do all that from the comfort of your own home without even speaking to anybody up to that point.
Wow, that's great. And then what if I wanted something like this beauty here and had a large family and wanted a Toyota Sequoia? Let's say it was in New Jersey. How does the transfer impact that type of purchase?
Sure. So once a transfer is from further away, we will charge you a small transfer fee to get the car here to at least recoup some of our costs and expense in getting the vehicle here.
Sure.
So you get charged that up front, and then the vehicle gets here, it's the same type of deal. We'll give you a timeline. Hey, the car will be here within 7 days, 14 days, 21 days if it's coming from further away.
Okay.
And then once the car gets here, you can test drive it and complete the transaction just like you would with anything that was here physically already.
One big thing we try to touch on with SmartLadyDriver.com is time savings.
Sure.
So if I walked into the dealership, hadn't done a whole lot of research, what might be the length of time to kind of finish up that shopping experience versus if I needed a vehicle that was going to be transferred from another site?
Yeah.
How long does that experience usually take?
Sure. So I think if you come in and you're really not 100% sure what you want, or you want to drive like 2 or 3 cars to figure out which one fits your needs the best, which one you like the way it drives the best.
Right.
Maybe, deciding between colors and all that, doing financing. You might be here for a few hours if that's the case.
Right.
If you've already transferred the car, done a credit application online, all that stuff, maybe you've already driven a car,
right.
You like that car,
yes.
You might be out here in less than an hour.
Some of the things that Smart Lady Driver fans have told us is that they like the no haggle pricing here at Carmax. And again, emphasizing the large inventory. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that approach by Carmax?
Yeah, I think that was part of the research that we did before we ever started the company back in 1993. One of the big things consumers were worried about was, is someone else getting a better deal than me? What if I'm not a great negotiator? What's really the cheapest the dealership would sell this car for? Well, we take all that anxiety out of the decision. The price is clearly marked in every single car. The price is the same for everybody. It doesn't change for anybody based on their situation or their negotiating skills or any of that.
Wow.
The price is the price, and we try to set the prices competitively and fairly, and our consumers have responded favorably.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
So, Mike, you've let us get into this great Toyota Sequoia. I think it's a 2011. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So, tell me a little bit about the delivery experience. I've picked out my vehicle. We've agreed to all our terms, but I need to know, about my bells and whistles and make sure I'm feeling safe and know how to operate it.
Certainly. So, of course, most people have probably driven the car before they end up buying it.
True.
Not in all cases.
Oh, okay.
But most times you've driven it, so you know how the car drives, how most of the basic features operate.
Right.
But before you leave, we'll make sure you know how everything in the car works. So we'll make sure all the safety items are operational first, all the lights, the horn,
bulbs,
everything you need to get home safely. Yeah, absolutely. And then we'll go through all the features and make sure you know how the DVD player works, and the sunroof works, the navigation system, all the bells and whistles.
Do you ever have referrals? Do you have experiences where people say, oh, Susan bought a car here and she really loved it?
Oh, certainly. It's a huge part of our business. We have a lot of people that really enjoy the haggle-free process, and they tell their neighbors, their friends, relatives. And we have a huge amount of repeat customers. We have people that come in all the time and bought 6, 7, 8 vehicles from us.
Wow.
Yep.
Now tell us, I've heard there's some next gen or some, new CarMax kind of setups. Tell us a little bit about that shopping experience. How is it different?
Yeah, so now we've been around since 1993, and we've realized maybe it's time to do a little bit of a revamp, or maybe take stock of what we have from our customers. So in doing some consumer research and in talking to the people that bought cars from us, we've asked them what they'd like to see in the shopping experience or in the next generation CarMax. I think that's something we're embarking on now.
Okay.
I think we just opened our first next generation store in Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Ah, Tennessee.
And something there is when you come in the store, everything is based on iPad or information sources like that. Where you walk in, everything's very obvious about what you want to accomplish that day. Do you want to sell a car? Do you want to buy a car? Do you just want to shop by yourself for a little while and then come get a resource like a sales consultant? It's all up to the consumer.
I've also heard that, you won't go and get kind of shark attack in the parking lot at CarMax.
Absolutely
traditional
not.
Or next gen.
That's true.
So tell us where that philosophy kind of comes from.
Yeah, when you pull into the customer parking lot, we don't have any sales consultants out there, waiting on you or fighting over your business.
Right.
Everybody waits in the store. They take their turn. They'll greet you when you come in. They'll tell you a little bit about CarMax. And then it's up to you. If you want them to kind of be your tour guide for a little while, they can. If you want some time to shop by yourself, that's absolutely fine too. And they can help you later on when you want to get inside of a car or drive a car.
Now, what if I come in and I have children, or if I have an elderly relative with me, or someone handicapped? Do you have, kind of accommodations for them to kind of wait?
Yeah, we do have a nice waiting room, and we also have a children's playroom.
Oh, that's a great asset.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, children's playroom, obviously you hope that one of the parents will be there to supervise them a little bit.
No doubt.
But certainly we have a way to keep them occupied while you're taking care of business.
Very good. So, Mike, one thing I wanted to talk about is your repair services, because I don't think a lot of the Smart Lady drivers on our site know that CarMax does repair services. Do I have to purchase my car here to get it repaired here? And what are some of the warranty options or upgrades that are popular with CarMax?
Sure. So a customer absolutely does not have to purchase a car from CarMax to have retail service completed here.
Good to know.
Yeah, we service all makes and models. We're happy to have anybody come in and have their vehicle serviced here.
Great. Okay, so Mike, something key I think is how long will my car, be here between diagnostic to actual repair? How do you all manage that communication with women drivers in general?
Sure. So our service consultants will actually reach out to you at least a couple times a day to keep you posted on the progress of the repair. If it's something simple like an oil change, we can give you a real good idea, obviously, how long it's going to take and what the cost is going to be. If you're here to have something repaired and you're not sure what the problem is, we can tell you how much time it will take to diagnose it and what the cost will be up front. We won't know the total cost of the repair, obviously, until we know what's exactly wrong with your vehicle.
Sure. Good to know. And then loaner cars, is that an option? Does it come with any of your service plans?
Sure. So if you do buy the warranty from CarMax, one of the great benefits is a rental car is provided as part of the warranty.
Wow, that's great.
So we'll, depending on circumstances, absolutely provide a loaner car or a rental car for you.
But say, I don't have a rental car option and I just need to kind of get back to the office while you all do a repair.
Yeah, locally we absolutely provide a shuttle service. We can take you to your place of business, whatever it needs to be. And hopefully help you out with that, 5, 6, 10 miles, something like that.
And I heard there was a 5-day or return policy.
Correct.
What if, I don't know, I go home and my spouse or, there's a scenario where I say, oh, I don't know if this is really the right choice for me.
That happens actually. And so we do have a 5-day no risk return policy.
Okay.
So for any reason within that 5 days you're dissatisfied with the car, you've made the wrong decision, whatever it might be, we will absolutely take the car back.
Outstanding. New or used? Is there condition?
Everything we sell at this location is used.
Okay.
But absolutely take anything back.
Excellent. Good to know. And just to wrap up, Mike, can you give us a memorable experience where you really helped a smart lady driver, leave CarMax with a positive experience in a vehicle of her choice?
Yeah. A few months ago, we had a couple come in, and they had 2 kids, and they're looking for a Chevy Suburban. The gentleman was actually he was an amputee from Iraq. He actually lost part of his leg in a war, and he wasn't able to. He had shopped for all the cars before.
Right.
This is a new experience for him, where he couldn't look underneath the car and do all that, and his wife had to do most of looking at the car and checking everything out to his satisfaction. And I was able to look around the car with her while he sat there, while we could actually kind of communicate with him what we're looking at, how it looked, how everything worked, to make sure he was satisfied with the purchase and to make sure she felt comfortable that he was okay with everything.
That's important.
And I want to make sure that they both felt good about the purchase before they left.
Right.
And they absolutely did. So
outstanding.
Yeah, it was good.
So glad to hear stories like that because it shows you're taking the time to really answer all the questions and make sure they have what they need, before they leave your lot. That's key.